Hi there, my name is Matthew Lorenz, and this is my interview for the Human Resource Generalist position with Lycans Energy Solutions. So, to tell you a little bit about myself, I live in Covington, Kentucky. I currently am married. I have a dog and two cats. That's my family. As far as work's concerned, I've got about 18 years of management experience under my belt with a few other positions in that as well. I am currently with a company called Best Buy. I am the Geek Squad manager there, so I have been there for a little over 3.5 years. And at the same time, I've also been working for Lorenz Consulting LLC as a senior human resource consultant since 2015. So, what I'm looking for in a job is I want to take my current skills and what I'm learning in school. I forgot to mention that. Yes, I'm in school currently as well. I go to Hertzing University. I have currently been enrolled for over a year now. Expected graduation date is December 2022, so I'm pretty excited about that. Currently have a 3.72 GPA. I did make the president's list the first semester I was in school, and every semester since I have made the dean's list. So that's pretty astounding achievement, if you ask me. Now, back to what I'm looking for in a job is being able to take what I'm learning currently in school and also what I've learned in the past in my career to actually apply that in current detailed knowledge and being able to apply it in real live time. There's a few courses that I've taken that have been able to prepare me for this HRIS systems. Currently taking ADR resolution class and other few classes as well, but I have about a little over 2 years left, and I'm wanting to get a job that's a little family oriented, which is something I noticed you're a smaller company, more closely knitted, I would ask, or not ask, but I would assume, sorry. um, but also a company that is big on the employee experience. That is something that I'm huge about ever since I've been in management, is that the customer experience will never exceed the employee experience. And by doing so, we need to have our employees engaged, and they need to be engaged around the business, the culture, the mission, the vision, and the strategic plan of the business. So, what about the position appealed to you? I wanted to, again, work with a small company, something where I could grow and develop myself into a future human resource manager, possibly a director someday. I do plan on furthering my education as I go, because I believe in ultimately that you'll never stop learning ever. And I have some really big things around the employee experience and engagement. That's really what I'm passionate about, and that's something I'd love to be a part of in a growing business. So why do you want to leave your current position? Actually, I kind of skipped one there, but I want to leave my current position. This kind of ties back into what I'm looking for in this job, is that I want to have something that can stretch and grow my HR experiences and my knowledge, and to be able to develop myself into a future human resource director or manager. Um, so I want to be able to get out of the retail industry and be able to start apply those. And now that I've been in school over a year, I thought it would be a great opportunity to start seeking out some opportunities for employment under the human resources title. So that's a big reason why I want to leave my company. I would be really sad to leave them because I would love the people that I work with, but at the same time, it's something that I need to do for myself and my future career. So do I have anything interfere working Monday through Friday, 8 to 5? Right now, currently, I do not have anything that interferes with that. My school is basically on my own schedule, so I would be able to work around that very easily. In fact, it'd be a perfect schedule. So how has your work experience and training prepared you for this position? So if you looked at my resume, there's a few things that I'd like to point out, is that I have worked for a small business called Lorenz Consulting LLC. We have had several clients, from restaurants to trucking companies that we've worked with, conducted businesses and analysis needs, conducted job description titles, and we've also created benefits and alignments and so on and so forth for the company and the organization. One thing that I think also about my experience is that I can take the business side of the business and align it with the people side of the business. I have those skills in the business. What I really need to sharpen is my people skills and those small day-to-day tasks that they do in HR and transactional tasks. So other things that I've done is I've created an onboarding program for a company called Cracker Barrel in the past. for redshirt trainers, which were the trainers that went to a new store. Those trainers would then train the new 200 employees that we would hire at each location that I oversaw. So I oversaw 5 openings when I was with them. That's 200 employees per location that I oversaw for 15 months for each location. So that was quite an experience to go from the rising star, which is the brand new employee, all the way up to the par 4, which is the experienced employee in the company, and doing that through learning activities, learning management systems, also being able to do that through observation and discussion and feedback and training initiatives that we have within the organization. Why should we choose you for your position? I believe that I would be a great fit for the company because my ambition, my drive, my ability to learn quickly, and the fact that I am currently enrolled in human resource college training would be a great benefit to the organization and the past experiences that I can take and apply them to the new experiences that I will run into my life. Communication skills are huge. It's something that I've had to have a huge emphasis on, and I really got stretched with that at Cracker Barrel when it would come to new store openings and develop really speaking to all of the departments within the organization to get all the product that we needed to these new stores to open in time, to be able to get all the supplies and be able to have all the resources for training and all of that delivered to locations as far as Idaho, as far south as Alabama, and the home offices in Tennessee. So communication is vital. One time, I have a specific situation with a regional vice president of the retail side of the business that came to visit one of my new store openings, and she was quite concerned that the store didn't have a what we call a clearance corner, and I had to use my ability to influence rather than authority, because I had no authority over this individual. I had to influence her into understanding why we didn't have a clearance corner new store openings. All new stores open with brand new product at full retail price, and usually sometimes we will move some sets ahead just to be able to do so. But I did promise her that if we did receive anything that could be embellished into a clearance corner, I would do so. So we met and we aligned with that discussion, and we moved forward, and I actually grew great respect for that individual afterwards, and she did for me as well. Being able to have that one-on-one conversation sometimes in a conflict is very important, especially conflict management. Being able to de-escalate the individual, being able to have a conversation and find the deep root cause of what's really going on, and finding that out is going to be imperative to really fixing the situation. And in doing that, you're going to be doing that a lot, I feel, in the human resource field. Because you're not always going to be actively working with an employee one-on-one, but you're going to have to understand and be able to communicate lots of information in that role, and that's something I feel I'd be very confident in doing. Computer skills. I have very proficient skills with Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, Microsoft PowerPoint. I also have experience around SharePoint with my small business, building SharePoint sites. I didn't personally do it, but my partner did. He is more of the IT side and was able to, we've utilized SharePoint for a lot of communication for our small businesses, and this has really helped a lot. Between communications, getting paper back and forth, and being able to access everything in one place is really important. So that, I think, is something I'm very proficient at, especially from a small business perspective. One thing I want to go back to is it's really important to understanding the people and the business and understanding how those financials really create outcomes by aligning with the vision, the mission, and the strategic plan of the organization. And that really is up to human resources to ensure that training lines up with those things, that our education ongoing is lining up with those things. It's just huge impact to the company and the organization if you can get your employees engaged. Engaged employees will overdo their job. They will go above and beyond. But if you can't create engaged employees, you get basic minimum expectations. Have I ever encountered a conflict or interest at work? I have never personally encountered one myself. I take my job very seriously, no matter what career I'm in at the moment. It is something that I take to the very T of importance. I don't hang out with employees. I have seen it happen in the past to other managers, hanging out with employees outside of work, and it's just really something that I don't believe in. So I haven't really ran into the personal conflict of interest where I've had to deal with that. So I'm sorry I can't answer that question, but I believe that my ability to do conflict management would be able to help with that, especially since the fact that I've worked for large corporations, and any type of conflict of interest would be dealt with through the home office or the corporation itself. Even though I would be a home office employee, that isn't something that I would especially deal with myself. But sorry, I don't have that. But I do want to say that currently I am paid 26.37 an hour at my current role. I would like to seek something around that. If above, that would be amazing. But my salary is also somewhat negotiable because of the fact that I understand I don't have a human resources degree. I may not be as valuable, but I really feel that I would be able to excel regardless of my degree or not in the role of a human resource generalist. And what's something on your bucket list? So something on my bucket list would be I love to travel. So that was one thing I did with Cracker Barrel a lot, traveling 275 days a year. Was amazing, but I'd like to do it more for personal than for business. And I'd love to go see the Grand Canyon, Mount Rushmore. I'd actually like to go to Niagara Falls. There's a few other places within the United States, like Savannah, Georgia, little treasures here and there that I'd like to see on my bucket list. So that's pretty much what I have. Um, so this concludes my interview. If you do have any questions, I will attach my resume with the email that I will send to you. I will also leave you my name, not my name, you know my name, hopefully by now, and my telephone number and my email address so you can reach out to me. So I hope you have a wonderful day. I know you have a lot of these to go through, and I think that I hope that I see you and talk to you in the future. Take care. Bye bye.